T, I be torn. No, my shorty ain't from me, she foreign. They say she ain't foreign, she boring. But they are kinda boring to me. I like to provide for the ones that I love, and it's all that's important to me. I just stick to my hustle and grind. You ain't with me, you wasting my time. I hop up in the car and I'm flooring. They was sleeping on me, they was snoring. I made money, it made me important. But it ain't important to me. Yeah, I got my issues, but that doesn't matter because I got people to feed. I know niggas they head on a give it no reason, but fucking we, I gotta eat.
It's your boy Bitcoin Trapper. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. As you can see, Spacechain is at $0.015, and this is in American dollars. You know me, I like talking about important stuff, big projects that people are not talking about. All right, so let's check out Spacechain Twitter. When you go into Twitter, you're gonna see this Medium article. When you click on it, it's going to bring you right here. So the global connectivity without internet, is it possible? Let's see. So I'm not gonna go through every single thing in this article. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. You guys could go over it if you want. But I'm gonna go over some parts. But there is also a lot more to go over and read about. So the Washington Post recently noted that the space race is trying to change things for 4 billion people without internet access. Think about this, right? What if you didn't have internet access and you live in, say, US or Canada or Europe? Say you didn't have internet access. How would that be for you? Or say you do have internet access now, but say next week there's no internet. You can't have access to the internet because things are not working the way it usually does. Okay, so 4 billion people without internet access. The article states that several companies are building a constellation to provide broadband internet to underserved communities around the world. However, it is costly to do so, takes a long time and is inefficient use of resource, thus leading to some companies failing in the process. As you can see, Elon Musk and Starlink, they're sending up their satellite all the time, sending up 30, 40, 50, I don't know, satellites up there. That is to provide internet access to people all around the world. They're building a constellation. That's what I see it as, if that's not what they're doing. I haven't heard that they're not building it or building it, so don't take my word for it. Do your own research. The need for global connectivity is essential. Even in countries that have internet access, people sometimes still experience outage for the internet and power supply. When such incidents occur, it leads to several difficulties getting online to perform various tasks, including timely fund transfer. So it's like when Facebook and Instagram and stuff was down, people panic. That's what it would be like if you didn't have internet access, because everything you do is on the internet. So what I don't understand too is, why isn't the internet free if nobody owns it and it's like an essential? You need the internet to do your banking, to check your email, to do pretty much almost everything. You need the internet. I don't know why we're still paying for internet when it should be for free. Okay, so to resolve these issues, Spacechain is taking it one step further by eliminating the need for internet access completely. That's not all. Spacechain is building a satellite infrastructure that enables everyone to use and share the decentralized network. Thus, companies do not need to spend millions building their own constellation. You don't need millions to build their own constellation, because this is going to be for everybody. Everybody's going to benefit from it. All they need is the trust. You need something that nobody could really be like, take advantage of everything, and everybody else suffer. Everybody should be on this level playing field. Everybody have equal access. Everybody has, like, nobody's is ahead of anybody, or everybody's pretty much working together in a way. You know what I'm saying? So in December 2020, Spacechain received a grant. Okay, so everybody knows about about the Singapore. Everybody knows about that. With its consortium partner, the DSI is a mesh network for heterogeneous spacecraft owned and operated in low Earth orbit by multiple parties in multiple jurisdictions. The DSI will be multi-vendor, multi-purpose, and networked to other spacecraft. So everybody is going to have access to it and nobody's going to control it. It's just going to be like one network, just like the internet. Although you kind of got Google and these guys pretty much controlling it. But imagine if you didn't have Google and Facebook and all of them controlling the internet. Everybody have access to it. It's like you get in a pie and 4 people get 25% of the pie. Nobody controls it, but everybody have this equal amount to it as everybody else, no matter how big of a company you are. So the infrastructure is the first of its kind and promotes the growth of future space and fintech application. Spacecraft may join or depart the constellation at any time via a blockchain registry, as long as the craft meets minimal economic, technical, and regulatory requirement sufficient to ensure the long-term health and resilience of the constellation. Additionally, the use of the blockchain technology in the DSI promotes governance, security, and trust among shared resource and protocol. It's natural platform owned by all. That's very important. With the DSI, companies are also able to build and run decentralized satellite application (DSA) without the need of any land-based infrastructure, thus solving the issue of internet connectivity and enabling application to run without the need of internet. That is taking it to the next level. I think that you would be able to use the internet, but if you really want, you don't have to use the internet, or you could probably have a choice to use both. I think that would be cool. But that's just me thinking out. You know what I'm saying? So a decentralized satellite application that enables fast and convenient transaction anywhere and anytime. So major merchants such as Microsoft, PayPal, and Starbucks now accept Bitcoin as the payment method. Cryptocurrencies work for companies because they save them money on fees, enable their customer to pay using their preferred payment method, and provide stronger security than traditional payment method. Instead of worrying about cost and data breach, companies can enjoy greater profit while focusing on core activities. That is massive. This, like, with this constellation, to me, I'm thinking about the Lightning Network, because if Microsoft and PayPal and Starbucks is accepting Bitcoin, and all the people without internet or have issues connecting to the internet, what if they didn't have those issues, and those 4 billion now able to join the network that everybody else have in North America, the same access to the internet? That's bringing on 4 billion more people or more people onto a network. That is huge. Now that the world is witnessing a more mainstream adoption of cryptocurrency, the demand for devices and portals to access it is on the rise. Thus, providing a sustainable environment for cryptocurrencies will play a crucial role in the near future. Wow. That is wow. That is like what Spacechain is doing, and with the partnership that they have, I see this happening. There's no doubt in my mind that this is not going to happen. This is going to happen. It's just a matter of time. With a large percentage of the world lacking stable access to the internet and cryptocurrency, the need is real. Therefore, it is important to wave a crypto-friendly mesh that is independent of any ground infrastructure. This will largely benefit countries that struggle with internet access and restrictions. So why rely on ground-based network when you can operate better using space tech? Integrating space technology with blockchain, Spacechain has created a DSA that promises speed, transparency, security, and convenience for cryptocurrency transaction. Best of all, this software program doesn't require internet connectivity. This is on a next level. What Spacechain have done and what the stuff that they're testing is massive. This is unbelievable. They're already complete the first transaction from space. They have already completed the first transaction from space. That means that they already have a working device, a working product. I love projects that have working product. If your product works, I am interested. And Spacechain, I am interested. This is amazing. You got to understand what they do is very huge. And the reason why it's very huge because they're solving a big problem. Just like how the blockchain solved a problem. Just like how the internet solved the problem. Google solved the problem. Microsoft solved it. Benefit so many people. This is also going to benefit a lot of people. You can't just have everybody using this and do not have blockchain technology or a company like Spacechain with their technology not involved. Everybody is trying to get into low orbit. There's a lot of companies that are working in this space and this sector. Spacechain is ahead of a lot of this. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not sure if I'm gonna read a lot more because there is a lot more to go over, but let's just take a look at this. So Bitcoin satellite handheld hardware wallet. I guess you could get, it's like a cell phone, but probably for the space. See, I don't know what this is. CSQ. So the payment message number, satellite Bitcoin transaction. I have no idea what these are. Box, I don't know. Pay to Bitcoin. Okay, so you pay to Bitcoin address, payment amount. So this is their hardware. It looks like this is Spacechain hardware, the Thesis. So this application run on the Thesis, a handheld satellite mobile device that provide the most convenient and secure method for global crypto transaction, irrespective of the user location and internet connectivity. Thesis is basically a hardware wallet for users to initiate transactions, which are then sent via Spacelink for verification. The device is embedded with a finance graded chip offering high level of security. Whenever a user initiates a transaction via a Thesis, the hardware wallet signs it. Then, using a Spacelink, this signed transaction is passed on to a second key that generates a second signature. This process and transaction use both the hardware wallet and Spacelink. Thesis users are promised a dual channel security for all of their transaction. Oh man. I would like for a lot of people out there or whoever is watching this video to really think about it and to leave in the description a project that has a working product like this or doing what they're doing. You got to understand Bitcoin is where Bitcoin is because it's done something that never been done before. Same thing with Ethereum. Ethereum was the first one. It has done something that nobody else has done before. Now you have Spacechain is doing something that no other project has done. This is honestly unreal. Okay, so the Thesis is ideal for users who live in remote areas with no internet or who encounter constant internet issues. For instance, a small clothing retailer in Nigeria has traveled for 2 to 3 hours to get a bank to process a simple transaction, following which he has to wait up to several days for the transaction to be complete. This retailer is clueless about what he would receive his money and whenever it would arrive in time to pay for a supplier. This entire process is time consuming, costly, and a waste of resource. That is very true. It's just like when we're back home, there is we would have to go say like an hour ride just to pick up money from Western Union. Now that you have blockchain technology and you have a Bitcoin wallet and you're able to use say projects and technology like Spacechain, what they're providing, that's going to benefit a lot of us, because a lot of people have cell phone but they do not have bank accounts. That is very big. So what they're doing is honestly on the next level. It's massive. It's big. And for the price of what Spacechain is, it's just a matter of time. So, but with the thesis, the retailer can perform his transaction from the comfort of his home easily and quickly. Plus, he is able to track his transaction process at each stage. Transactions are very secure and fees are also kept relatively low. And as Spacechain CEO Zhang points out, you can literally perform transaction anywhere and at any time. You could perform transaction anywhere, anytime, because the satellites are what I think is going to be helping you, or you'll be able to connect to do that. So it doesn't matter where you are, you'll be able to do it. I guess if you have internet, you could use the internet, but if you don't have internet, you could use the satellite. I'm not 100% sure. You guys would have to ask Zhang and Jeff Garzik and the team. I don't know, but it just kind of makes sense to me. I just think that if you have internet, you could choose to use the internet or the satellite. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be dope. Like, say if I go hiking and I want to do something or send some money or whatever. Maybe I want to have internet, or I don't have internet, because you go certain areas, there's no internet. But if I don't internet, maybe I could connect to a satellite and do a transaction or whatever, you know? So Zhang considered the thesis to be as disruptive as Uber in the context of how Uber completely transformed the traditional way of hailing taxis or calling cab companies. But it's smart application, so much so that people can no longer imagine life without it. The thesis is anticipated to do the same to the fintech industry that is currently struggling with the loopholes of existing platform and traditional payment system. I think that a lot of company is going to jump onto this, and I've said it before and I'll say it again. They're doing what they're doing, and the technology, it's for big companies, because this is something that I think most banks would need or would want to use, a technology like this. I think this is also Microsoft, Google, Amazon. I think this is something that they would also use. I'm not saying that they're going to do it, but it's something that they could definitely probably work with Spacechain to do. That would be a good partnership, you know. Seamlessly global connection using space and blockchain technology. Legacy internet and communication system in the world have stunned growth for everyone, from the small to the largest of companies. Spacechain mission to build a decentralized satellite infrastructure, including the use of Thesis, is key to an equitable and technological advanced future for all. This unique integration of space with blockchain is bound to unite the world for the better. Innovation like Thesis and decentralized satellite infrastructure will not just accelerate the routine process, but also create a collaborative space for both individual and industries to thrive. By adding a powerful dimension of space connectivity, Spacechain will be able to help companies from the largest corporation to the smallest local business manifest their vision. From the largest corporation to the smallest mom and pop shop, anywhere in the world, Spacechain will be able to help you.
I hop up in the car and I'm flooring. They was sleeping on me, they was snoring. I made money, it made me important, but it ain't important to me. Yeah, I got my issues, but that doesn't matter because I got people to feed. I know niggas they head on a give for no reason, but fuck 'em, I gotta eat. We pull up and try hide on the Range truck. The girls in my DMs is shameless. They say that my lifestyle's dangerous, but it ain't dangerous to me. I got some niggas on range, they ain't for no burglary. My niggas do hits for real, first, second, and third degree. Now I got a check on me. These shorties, they check on me. I ain't buying no purses still. She can't even have sex with me. How you say you my baby girl when you can't get a text from me? Oh, you tryna flex $1 million cash, well that ain't a flex to me. I I can switch on my flow. Nah, I ain't no regular rapper. I'm the type to just do what I want and say fuck it, I'll deal with it after. No, I ain't from no block, but I seen a lot more than these niggas, they cappers. And I probably did a lot too, but I'll never bring that to the booth. You might catch me on T, I be touring. No, my shorty ain't from me, she foreign. They say she ain't foreign, she boring, but they all kinda boring to me. I like to provide for the ones that I love, and it's all that's important to me. I just stick to my hustle and grind. You ain't with me, you wasting my time. I hop up in the car and I'm flooring. They was sleeping on me, they was snoring. I made money, it made me important, but it ain't important to me. Yeah, I got my issues, but that doesn't matter because I have people to feed.